So, I think we are live, and I'm gonna dive right into the recording of the data for Europe, which should be quite interesting this time. It seems like Shadows forgot to play on the last day, I suppose, because quite unusual to have it only on number 5 and 6, but maybe the teams are at fault. First, quickly recording the names before we dive into the teams. Not sure if we already have anyone watching, but if you are, welcome. We are just getting started here with the European data. Gonna look at the top 20 teams from this season. Actually, we need to hurry because next season starts in 1.5 hours. So I definitely need to finish before that. It seems like we have some newcomers here, and Styx will be very interesting to see his or her team, because that is quite impressive considering the battalion power. Might be a very good performance here. Oh man, okay. Let's see, Sephiroth at 13, we have Herschel. Dylan, Fent, SAB. Bicho. Okay, so 6 players out and 6 new players in. Interesting. Now let's quickly record which servers they're from, and also the battalion power, which plays a role in the regional weights for the overall Tru Power rankings. Let's see which of these servers though gets the biggest weight. Some German, some English, and some Italian. There's the first French guy on number 14, 15, 17. No Spanish though. Spanish at number 20. Good. So there is a representation from every server. Let's see quickly. All of these top 6 teams with over 1 billion battalion power. Ooh. That seems like some good performers here in the top 20. I already can tell. Now quickly gonna record the Champions Arena final points here. 2012 for the first place. points are slightly higher than last time. Okay, let's see. Now we're gonna delete. Okay, sorry, that was just the preparations here. We can now get started diving into the actual top teams. Let's see if we see any non-SSR units here again or not. We will see, we will see. But first, let's check out the first top team. Okay, we can already see double Anya in Platoon 1 again. Both of them, I think, previously top 2 in Europe as well. Yes, Light Anya was number 1 in Europe last month. Water Anya on 2nd place. Let's see if that flips now. The ranking will appear on the right after the first team. That will keep constantly changing until we finalize the rankings. We have Odin and King Arthur here as well. We have Sleeping Beauty, who was number 3 last time in Europe, so quite highly ranked here. Kaguya, Angel Jean, we also see Cinderella in Platoon 2. Good for her. Brightlit Miller, and we do see Bright Rizette. Okay, important for her, definitely. No Dark Sun Wukong here, by the way. Those are no Cleopatra. Interesting. Water Alice, where do we have her? Here we go, 60 to 68 for Storm Jean. Miller and Clarice 61. Lightly Miller 82. Giga Rosha 57. Lancelot is here as well. So the Platoon 4 units actually get a little malus of 2 million power because they are in the last platoon, basically giving them lower weights in the rankings. On the other hand, we have 10 million power plus for Platoon 1 units and 4 million power plus for Platoon 2 units. I was looking for Earth Ossia. Where is she? Here she is. And Earth Anya at 61, and then we have Water Jean at 48, and now should have the first rankings appear. Yeah, here we go. Let's color this correctly, and that is only the kickoff point, of course. Right now we have King Arthur on top ahead of Sleeping Beauty and Water Anya, but that is just one team. However, I think it is a highly weighted team because not a lot of fellowships, though this one might be in a similar ballpark. So interesting to see what we have here. We also see King Arthur here, very important for her to get another mention, but also Water Anya. We have Bright Lord Miller for a starter unit, that is very unusual. Himiko, who did very well yesterday in Japan, is getting a platoon mention, platoon 1 mention here as well, and Light Anya is 2, but just at 5.4 million power. We have Sleeping Beauty. I mean, in general, this seems like a player who doesn't really upgrade the units all that much, and also some are just not fully awakened. But yeah, it means that this can also work for others if it's enough to get number 19 in the Champions Arena of the OG Europe servers. Stormjin here as well, 140. We have Haku. Where's Haku? Oh, we have somebody in chat. Hey, Leander van den Broek. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but happy to have you tune in. And yeah, thought would maybe be interesting to just give a little insight, given that we have no bettings on this round. There's no problem with transparency, to just show how it's done, and yeah, all the data gets kind of compiled here. Yesterday already compiled data on 60 teams from Japan and rest of Asia, and today we have to do Europe and Americas. And for Europe, actually, I need to hurry a little bit because their new season starts very soon. So for these kind of statistics, I always only have like a rough 24-hour window to kind of compile everything. Otherwise, the data is gone. Well, I mean, as a last resort, I can do some screenshots, but yeah, I try to avoid that. Anyways, let's see. We have Storm Clarice, 85. Where is Haku, by the way? Oh, yeah, down here. Then we have Lancelot, 75. We have Gawain, interesting. I think Gawain wasn't even used last time in Europe, so... Ah, no, never mind. Here she is. 70, we have Bright Astrid. 83, we have the original Sun Wukong. Ah, can't spot her either. And we have Musha, previous number 1 unit, now already previously in this edition of Europe, only 35th position. And Mirai is 26. We have Storm Amina still being used here, interesting. 54, we have Storm Antares at 53. We have original Anya from, well, now it's close to 3 years ago that she was released. Quickly going by this whole time. Okay, Ossia is also fresh, I suppose. Or rather, a comeback from Ossia into these Europe rankings. Alright, now we have the update on the right here. On the left, you can also see on the top left the kind of graph as we move along and look into who's winning. And currently we have King Arthur on the top here ahead of Water Anya, and then 3 units kind of in close competition for the second place. But yeah, this is just after 2 teams and we have 18 more to go, so we are only 10% done here for the European rankings. But yeah, I can already see quite some diversity here. Only like 8 units that were used in both of these teams, and 12 each that weren't. So yeah, let's see how that continues. Also, by the way, big weight for the previous team. Not a lot of fellowships, but still great performance. This one, on the other hand, might be a bit more weighty. And this one is really leaning hard into the cursed sleep mechanic. Looks a bit weak against burn, but maybe Water Anya is enough to mitigate that, or burn just doesn't matter all that much in Europe, which also wouldn't be super surprising. But yeah, Bright Rizette getting another mention here before we even see Dark Sun Wukong. So this is a bit like a reversal of what we saw yesterday in Japan, where Dark Sun Wukong was much more prevalent. We have Light Ludmilla here and we have Light Anya here, so Light Anya yet again performing well. Bright Lancelot getting the first appearance with Momoka, kind of part-time guard, emergency guard passive, quite interesting mechanic for sure in certain situations. Archie is here as well, and we have Leander still in chat. Awesome, glad to have you with me. And yeah, Archie, hopefully a bit of entertainment on the side, listening in from work. But yeah, it's a lot of work, but honestly, I quite enjoy it. I like I like doing stuff with numbers and these graphs, etc. And I'm also interested in Evertale team dynamics and all these kind of developments. So it's quite entertaining for me, even though it's like in total close to 10 hours of work collecting the data and doing some stuff with it. But yeah, I thought this time might be worth it because I really want to put out a new tier list that is very accurate and already considers all the new characters. Although, I mean, to be fair, probably already seeing a new character on Friday, but yeah, let's see. Anyways, where were we? We are at Momoka, we are at Light Colin. Okay, Light Colin also pretty rare at this point. And we see Kaguya, 117 points. Cinderella, 74. We have Water Alice. So we are now in Platoon 3, where we see some super highly leveled units, by the way. That's 9.1 million Water Alice and 9.1 million Ludmilla and Clarice, who was performing really well last time in Europe. Yet again, another OG Anya. We see Storm Jean as well, still with 100% usage. We have Himiko, but only 23 points for her this time. 51 points for Mirai, 59 for Mizuchi. Where's Mizuchi? Oh, okay, there was no Mizuchi last time, I suppose. Let's see. Yep, seems like Mizuchi making a little comeback here. Lancelot at 50, where is she? Was already quite down, but still 100% usage, by the way. Light Snow White. First appearance here, 47 points. Let's see where that leaves us. Yeah, Water Anya now on number 1 after King Arthur was skipped in this team. That is, yeah, not super unexpected. Water Anya taking number 1 in pretty much every region so far, and last month really broke the Tru Power record in a phenomenal fashion. But now will get a bit interesting, I think. We have the first Dark Sun Wukong team, which I'm excited for. And here we see, excuse me, King Arthur as well. So yeah, good news for both of these dark characters. This might be a good push. Also considering that this player does seem to have not too many fellowships. Interesting question from Leander in terms of power creep. What the next step might be, because I mean, time unit costs, yeah, they are already quite low. I think time unit costs are a good point. I think I saw somebody suggesting that it's in some place, maybe on my Discord server, that maybe we will see units or a unit that actually slows down enemies Not in terms of stunning them, but in terms of really, you know, basically like a passive that makes their time units longer or something. So that might be interesting, although maybe not enough for a complete kind of power creep shift, just maybe a power creep unit. Other than that, I mean, Burn does need some kind of further push, and so I think maybe that will be the next way to go, kind of giving a flame or a burn status effect that is not so easily overwritten by poison or sleep. Basically a burn shield, like we saw with the stealth shield. That might, I think, be definitely required for burn to step back up, because I mean, as you can see here already, I mean, we didn't see any burn units here yet. I mean, we're still early, but yeah, it's not looking good for burn, to be honest, in these rankings, and not looking good for Gilgamesh. So Gilgamesh didn't really bring them back into the meta enough, especially with Dark Sun Wukong also not being particularly susceptible to burn. I think this will not suddenly change until we see a burn character that really brings back some good stuff. I mean, the ideas for Gilgamesh were pretty good, but probably too late at this point to revive burn. Didn't bring a revival like Commander Astrid, despite being now the strongest burn character, arguably. Alright, let's see. Number 17, we have Dark Sun Wukong with the first appearance. We have Light Anya, 188. King Arthur, Water Anya, and Giga Rolosha. Giga Rolosha, really great pick for number 5 position in Arena, I think. Personally, unfortunately, I don't have her, but yeah, if I knew what kind of meta was brewing back when Giga Rolosha was released, I would have given more thought to her timeline distortion passive that is just really sick right now, despite maybe not being able to rely so much on her Giga time strike and stuff like that. Where do we have Stone Gene? There we go. We have Himiko here as well, but rather low power. Sleeping Beauty, Angel Gene. Now we have a stealth platoon with Lancelot, with Stormy, with Sun Wukong, with original Misha, and with Anya. So basically kind of a little cemetery there of rather old units, old 2022 or older. Well, Sun Wukong relatively fresh, Lancelot as well, of course, but still over a year old. Where's Anya? There she is. Currently up 25 spots, okay. But yeah, still early. We have a second appearance of Ossia. We have Storm Corlin. We have Dark Chain as well, interesting. And we have the original Snow White. Okay, so Water Anya and King Arthur currently on 1 and 2. Both of them gaining some good power. Lancelot currently even gaining power into the top 10. But yeah, quite early still. Currently biggest losers are Cleopatra, who didn't get any mention yet, so that is rather unusual. 4 teams in and no Cleopatra yet. But now this changes and we see a bit of a classic platoon here, I think, with the kind of stealth combo with Kaguya and Cleopatra, supported by Angel Gene. So that means 172 points for Angel Gene, 173 for Kaguya, 186 for Light Anya. Cleopatra gets 160 first appearance here, and 173 for Water Anya. Giga Rosha opens the second platoon. We have Storm Jane as well. Brightlet Miller at 126. We have Storm Clarice. Where is she? Ah, there she is. And Light Snow White. Sleeping Beauty. King Arthur. Bright Lancelot, who also needs a push. Ludmilla and Clarice. Water Chain. Cinderella. And now the burn units, but no Gilgamesh here. Oh, Castrid also first appearance only now. Same with Nobunaga and same with Fire Elmina. Okay, but that means Gilgamesh still no mention. 5 teams in. Rough. Rough for burn. Best burn unit here in this ranking right now in Europe is Bright Astrid at number 26. Okay, 5 teams in. We have Water Anya now already building up a lead ahead of King Arthur, Light Anya, Sleeping Beauty, Brightlet Miller, and Storm Jane. And we are going into the top 15 with a Poison Pledge to open it up, consisting of King Arthur, Cleopatra, and Dark Sun Wukong. Nice, and both Anyas, of course, are in the max as well, as we often see. Let's see how this platoon does and how much weight this player will get with this kind of fellowships that he has, or she has. And Cleopatra picks up some pace now, which is good because she's not even top 30 right now. Dark Sun Wukong also with the second mention, but again in the first platoon usage, which I think makes sense, using her there myself. 186 Light Anya. Honestly, these numbers with Light Anya always make me think, okay, maybe I should still fully awaken Light Anya over 1 year after her release. I don't know. 173 for Water Anya. Kaguya. We have 116. We have Angel Chain. So classic combo between those two. Lancelot also still needing to pick up some speed. We have the original Storm Rosha, which I enjoy seeing for sure. But wait, did nobody use her last time? That's a shame. So Storm Rosha really deserving here, I think. That's 108 points. Then we have Cinderella with 86, so close to top maximum level. Ballas at 69. Water Chain 68. Sleeping Beauty 72. Brightlet 82. Yeah, okay, this guy has all the top 12 units at least from Europe from the previous rankings, as we can already see, because Stormcallan gets in here as well. Watercallan. Ooh, first appearance for Watercallan. That's actually super late. And Ludmilla and Clarice closes the gap here, so all the top 12 units are used in this team. We have Gavine having some appearance as well, and Light Ludmilla closing it out. Let's see how the rankings change. Well, not a whole lot, but still interesting to see. So top 3 still remaining unchanged. Dark Sun Wukong currently on number 12 with Bright Rizette only on number 20. So Dark Sun Wukong now overtaking Bright Rizette here as well. Timeline distortion when Kaguya enters the field. Yeah, timeline distortion is just... timeline distortion cannot really keep up with that, but it's so nice in most cases. And now with Dark Sun Wukong, not even less relevant, although Dark Sun Wukong arguably is a good counter against Giga Rolosha. I usually encounter quite a few of Giga Roloshas with my Dark Sun Wukong team, but usually she doesn't get a turn. She's a bit annoying with the timeline distortion because she takes away the poison from her teammates. And so my Dark Sun Wukong cannot attack as much, but on the other hand, if she is unprotected and despite having that kind of poison ward, usually, you know, in the time until she gets the turn with like 1 speed, Sun Wukong usually doubles and then enters again with super poison all, and then usually the poison ward is already gone, or she just takes care of a double attack against Giga Rolosha. Oh yeah, actually, Leander makes a good point here in chat. Another ice unit would be really nice. I mean, we already only have Yuki, and she's basically 4 years old at this point, I think. Could check the exact date in my database, but let's check it quickly. How long ago was it? Let's see, Yuki. Okay, Yuki was released on September 2019. Yeah. So 4.5 years nearly ago. That is quite some time that has passed here, honestly. Alright, but let's see. Let's move on to number 14. This French guy, I think, has huge fellowships, so might not be super weighty in terms of the rankings, but let's see. He uses Brightlit Miller, Himiko, Sleeping Beauty, and Kaguya. Okay, interesting combination here. Kind of sleep stun team. And King Arthur at 5. Oh my god, we had that yesterday with in Japan already, where somebody put King Arthur on 5. I think that is just blasphemy. That should give you to, that should really instantly bring you to Evertale jail, because honestly, skipping on these Dawn passives, that is, for just, you know, being then a regular entry unit, that seems really wacky to me. But well, I don't have her, so I guess it's not that much of a hot topic for me personally. Storm Clarice without Cleopatra though. Interesting. Somebody who picked up Storm Clarice, I feel like they should just, when they saw Cleopatra, just immediately got her. If they really want to use her extensively. Anyways, Earth Anya, I think also first now, second mention. Weird mix here again with Earth Anya, then Light Colin, then Stealth. Seems a bit all over the place, this team, to be honest. So let's see where it ranks after the fellowships are taken into account. Yet again, we have Misha Zermina showing up here. Commander Astrid just randomly placed in the middle, and then we have Lancelot, Storm Antares, Mirai. So very classic and Platoon. Lots of old units here in Platoon 3 and 4. Where's Misuchi? Oh, she's down here. Earth Alira. Oh, first appearance for Earth Alira. And Anya is here too, and Dark Chain is here too. Yeah, rather low weight for this player, so not a lot of changes, although Water Anya does go down because Dark Anya was completely skipped by this team, so it's getting closer again with King Arthur and Water Anya for the number 1 position. King Arthur really overperforming compared to other regions here right now, Let's see if that continues, because now we have another team that might get some more weight based on these platoon numbers that I'm seeing. And it makes sense because we see Cleopatra here together with Water Anya, so 2 top releases as of late. Double guard, okay. Well, wanting to make sure that Giga maybe from entry survives long. You can see that that kind of strategy making some sense. Then we have Kaguya and Angel Chain, of course, the kind of classic combo, although not so classic anymore in Platoon 1s. Then we have Storm Chain, we have Cinderella. Oh, Cinderella actually was still number 4 last time in Europe, and right now she's down to 15. Oof. That's a harsh awakening here from this Ball Night dream for Cinderella. Where's Light Hibiki, guys? Ah, there. First appearance for Light Hibiki as well. We have another Commander Astrid, or rather Burn Platoon at Burn Platoon 3, so a bit better in terms of boosting burn. I think that's also the first Freya that we have. Yes. Another Gawain, okay. Lightwood Miller comes in at 60. We have Lancelot at 53. Water Gene at 47. Sleeping Beauty, previously number 3, currently number 4, but that's not a lot of points for her here. And yeah, that's why she falls to number 6 now. Interesting. Alright. Water Anya and Light Anya, by the way, again on number 1 and 2. King Arthur just dropped to number 4. You can see it here on the left side in the graph. Who is rising here? Okay, Kaguya slowly grinding upwards. But yeah, as you can see, this guy has a much higher weight. In fact, the highest weight so far. So well done, Sephiroth. With a very strong performance when adjusted for fellowships, the strongest of Europe so far. This player yet again seems to have a little more fellowships, but yeah, he's running the the double Anya combo as well, together with King Arthur, with Bright Rizette, who needs that kind of little boost. We also didn't see Dark Sun Wukong in a while now. Lightwood Miller also benefits here from a little boost. Then we have Sleeping Beauty, we have Cinderella, we have Mizuchi. Lots of Mizuchis, considering that last time she wasn't even anywhere. Mizuchi in Platoon 2 is still very odd, I think. Brightwood Miller 131, and then we have Himiko at 115. Alright. Bright Lancelot. Where are we with Bright Lancelot? Oh, Odin. Ooh, Odin is really underperforming here in Europe. Wow. Currently number 31. Jesus. Well, maybe she can still make up some, but that is not looking good right now after already 8 teams. Just number 31. Because pretty much, yeah, that is only the second appearance now. Alright, Wallace. We have Earth Alira again. The only SSR auto guard that doesn't have 100% redirect. Water Gene 50, Anya 51. So yet again, Platoon 4 with the kind of graveyard vibes. That's why I also put less weights on these units, because that's where you usually push your units that you still want to hold on to, but that don't really deliver value anymore, especially at the beginning of a battle. Dark Gene is one of these units. With Earth Anya at least a guard, and then we have Gavine to finish it out. Possibly hoping here for some Warwick kills at the end of a battle that really make Gavine much better, but then again, Gavine is just a weaker King Arthur, honestly. So, there we go. Now we have actually some nice spread here between units. But yeah, we are moving on to number 11. We only have 45 minutes left until the arena restarts in Europe. So yeah, need to be fast, need to be quick. We have Water Anya, of course. Oh, we have Kaguya, because they would go under 0 or on 0. So I need to deduct some more. We have 13 here. 29. 46, 47, yes. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna deduct 900k from each of the platoon 3 units and 200k of Bright Lidmiller. Gilgamesh here. Finally, this is the first appearance of Gilgamesh and she's at level 100. Oh my god. Terrible. Terrible for her. Commander Astrid. 65. Bright Astrid. 73 and Cinderella 63. No Vanya again, by the way. But instead we get a Water Column that has level 80. That is not even limit broken, I think. Oh, I think. Oh my god. Okay, now it got stuck. Oof. Okay. Now we gotta pick up the pace again. We still have 9 more teams to go. Let's see. Water Column. We have Brightlet 60. We have Storm Gene 1. We have Tobias. And we have Sombrerosha. Okay. Whew. Let's quickly restart the game. Meanwhile, update here on the right. And now, ooh, Light Anya actually overtook Water Anya. Oh my goodness. So they're back on number 1 and number 2 like they were before. Water Anya suffering quite a lot in the recent teams here by being skipped 2 times. And Kaguya is actually back. She's rising to number 3 here in Europe currently, ahead of Stormjane, Bright Lidmiller and Giga Rolosha. Although it's really tight now actually. The race for number 3 from 3 to 10 is pretty close. Only the Anyas are too far ahead. Oh, currently raids ongoing. Let me quickly do them. done. Let's go. Number 8. Ricardo. With a burn, sleep, poison team at the start. Okay, interesting. Let's check it out. With Commander Astrid finally getting a Platoon 1 mention together with a Bride Astrid. So that's nice for them. Then we have Water Alice in the same platoon. Interesting. Then also Dark Sun Wukong. So yeah, all over the place with the negative status effects here. Interesting. Okay, Bride Astrid as a first card, and then Light Anya coming in from reinforcements. Then Bright Ludmilla coming in from reinforcements. Then Light Ludmilla coming in from reinforcements. So really a guard train here going on. Earth actually even coming from so pretty much every Saga except Earth Anya here. We have Giga Rolosha coming in subsequently. She's currently number 6. Wow. Great performance from Giga Rolosha so far. And Himiko getting some love here as well from this team. Odin really needs it. Currently number 20. That is not really satisfactory, I suppose, for her. Water Gene 72. We have Water Anya 68. Sleeping Beauty 75. Oh, Sleeping Beauty actually hit quite hard as well. Currently down 5 ranks. Milan Clarice 5 ranks down as well. On a lower level, Earth Ossia. Storm Gene is number 4 right now, currently up 1 rank. Water Colin is down a lot. Not as much maybe as Cinderella. We have Gavine. That's quite a few Gavines here, honestly. Gavine also up right now 3 ranks to number 22. That stays the same right now, but Bright Ludmilla overtakes overtakes Kaguya here. Storm Gene still number 4. Oof. Giga Rolosha currently the biggest gainer besides Dark Sun Wukong, of course, who is a new unit, but currently still sticking to number 14. Meanwhile, Bright Rizette 10 ranks below her on number 24. Alright. Now we are also picking up in terms of fellowships and in terms of points, so it will be interesting to see those teams. Here we see another double Anya special. But first, Sleeping Beauty and Himiko. Let me quickly turn down the heat here. Alright, I'm back. Where were we? Himiko. Yeah, and then the double Anya, of course. Water Anya and Light Anya, and then Bright Lancelot, who needs some love here, currently down to number 15. Light Snow White is at 115. Bright Ludmilla gets 133 points. Odin, important for her as well, still number 20. Getting another mention here. Storm Gene still performing, honestly. 117 points, 114 for Giga Rolosha, also quite good. King Arthur, where's she at? Currently rank 11. But Loki also gets a mention, who is currently down 10 ranks. We have Earth Anya. Where's Earth Anya? Here we go. Earth Ossia. Where's Earth Ossia? Here we go. Earth Ossia actually on the rise right now. 4 teams in a row that have been using her. And so currently actually number 23 in the rankings, which is a plus. Mirai gets some points as well, and then we have Water Alice 52, we have Cinderella 57, we have Light Ludmilla 71, Ludmilla and Clarice 53, and 44 for Water Gene, which means no Kaguya, no Cleopatra, no Angel Gene here. Yeah, so down are those units again, but we are only getting closer now. Number 6 already, and this one is using exactly those units that I just mentioned, basically. Will burn Cindy platoon at number 4, but let's kick it off as usual with the first platoon. We have Angel Gene here, 172 points. We have Kaguya here with 172 points. We have Bright Lancelot and Cleopatra. And then we have Water Anya, and we have Giga Rosha, Storm Clarice, hopefully with Cleopatra still around at that point. Then we have Light Anya, this time only platoon 2 for her, Himiko, Odin, only 2.9 million power, but most use already unlocked, given that she is fully awakened, so has the maximum birds. Sleeping Beauty 71, then we have a Bright Rizette actually, but only in the 3rd platoon. Bright Ludmilla, and we also see Dark Sun Wukong, but also only in the 3rd platoon, and not leveled that highly, actually not fully awakened. Light Snow White 73, and then, as we said before, to close it out, we have Cinderella, we have Nobunaga, we have Bright Astrid, we have Commander Astrid, and we have Fire Elmina, both with, or all with 2 million malus. And yeah, the fellowship's quite high of these, so we are actually having to readjust the value here. 35 points, that is 246. So yeah, this is now the actual current ranking. Light Anya still on top, Water Anya still second, and then there's a huge gap currently to number 3, Bright Ludmilla, Storm Gene and Kaguya. Giga Rosha is still in the fight for number 3. Actually, huge power gain for her. Himiko also joining the top 10 here. Cleopatra gaining a rank, but actually losing power currently. So let's see how that turns out in the end after we checked the top 5, which we are already in right now. And we have another Shadows plat, and it is the same. So that's more weight to this one, although, as I said before, bit of an underperformance. I wonder if he missed the last day of Arena or something. I'll have to ask him, as he's on my server anyways, on my Discord server. Kaguya 172, we have Light Anya 188, Cleopatra 171. So as you can see, very similar. Except Light Anya, right? Light Anya was different. Yeah, Light Anya was only in platoon 2, so we have a bit of a blends switch here. Blends and Light Anya. Okay, Water Anya. We have a Giga Relosha. We have Storm Clarice. Yeah, looks super similar here. Can already see that this is pretty much the same platoon again. But the rankings or the weights this time not that high for that build, because Yeah, the performance is usually these two. I think last time they were number 1 and number 2, so that is a bit of a disappointment just being on number 5 and 6. And the question is it because a day in arena was missed, or is there something wrong with the team builds? Can they be beaten by other builds? But seems unlikely. We see a Dark Sun Wukong fully awakened sitting here as well. And to close it out, Cindy Burn Platoon, no Unaga, Bright Astrid, Commander Astrid, and Fire Elmina. Alright. Yeah, this, oof, that is not looking good. Very low weight considering the fellowships. We would have expected a bit more from this team, especially because it's actually a good looking team, so really feel like Shadows missed a beat this time. But we are already to the top 4 here, to the top 4 teams, so very close to the final results for Europe. And here we see some action, bit of a switch. Dark Sun Wukong Mirai Cleopatra combo, actually the one I'm using as well, but I'm using the 3 of them with Dairyu right now. Blends coming in at 5th, so this one also interesting, I have to say. Very similar to my build. Let's see how much weight it gets. Kicking off with blends. We have Dark Sun Wukong getting 170 points. We have Mirai for the Spirit, Gift Turn, etc. 169. Cleopatra 172. Gigarolosha 169. We have Loki. Well, it makes sense. That kind of poison build up. Light Anya at 121. We have Himiko. 111. We have Storm Jean. 112. Still up 1 rank. Looks like she's gonna defend it, because no Kaguya in this platoon, in this battalion as well. Odin. We have Cinderella, Bridlet, Sleeping Beauty, Ludmilla and Clarice. And you are already sensing maybe somebody who is absent here from this team, which is definitely a little bit of a shocker. But first we have a burn platoon, a full burn platoon, with Gilgamesh opening it. It's good because it's only the 2nd mention of Gilgamesh here in Europe. Bright Astrid, 61, Nobunaga. And Fire Elmina 49. Whew. Not super high weight for this one either though. So yeah, we are going into the top 3. Whew. Gigarolosha currently number 6. And we have the Storm Clarice Cleopatra combo here coming up. Storm Clarice currently only number 28, so she needs that. We have Water Anya, we have Cleopatra, we have Light Anya, we have Bright Lancelot, Odin, who is now number 18, but still struggling to catch up here to the other top units. Bright Miller at 127. We have Himiko, who is doing much better than Odin here. And Stormjin, who is better than, doing better than both of them. Earth Ossia. Earth Anya. Cinderella. Kaguya. Light Snow White. Valis 58. Let 65. 58 for Sleeping Beauty. 60 for Little Miller and Clarice. And 55 for Water Gene. Okay. Interesting, but yeah, again, low weight for this result because the fellowships kind of do their thing here. Let's look into Yutoko's battalion now, the number 2 in Europe last season. And it looks like that one will be rather good for Kaguya and Angel Gene, the classic combo here together with Cleopatra. And Giga Rodosha on number 5 entry. Water Anya 12. Odin again at low power but fully awakened. So that's 72 points. 123 points for Lancelot. We have Himiko, who is actually getting 109, and we have Bright Rizette also at not so high power. 84 points for her. Stormjin 74 points. We have Bright Miller, Cinderella, Miller and Clarice, Wallace. And then we have Light Snow White with burn teams. With the burn team. Nobunaga 50 points, 64 points for Bright Astrid, Castrid 54 and 49 for Fire Elmina. Yeah, that one is actually decent weight, so is quite important, and that means it's actually getting closer again. Bright Miller currently still up to number 3. Wow, she's really, really determined. We can go into the number 1 right now and see if Bright Miller can defend the 3rd place. Stormjin is still close. Giga Rosha, Kaguya. The rest is kind of gone. Giga Rosha currently number 5. Wow, and she will probably keep that. Looking at this, let's see. 1451, 1397, 1395. Okay, Light Anya 185. Cleopatra 172, and no, it's not Kaguya and Angel Gene this time, but this time we have Dark Sun Wukong and Storm Clarice. Yeah, rather nice combo, I think. As Clarice needs that shout out because right now still number 27. Not sure if it will be enough to shoot her up. Though, even Gavine is in front of her right now. That's unfortunate. Giga Velosha gets 170 points here as well with the 5th position. Then we have Loki coming in for that kind of poison vibes. We have Odin here as well, who is currently down 2 ranks still. We have a Bright Lancelot, King Arthur in the 2nd platoon. Earth Anya, okay. Himiko gets a final mention. That should secure her the 9th position. Sleeping Beauty 72. Would be rather interesting to see. 85. Brightlet. Storm Jean 72. And Cinderella. Storm Jean is incredible, honestly. Still holding on so well. I mean, yeah, Brightlet Miller here as well, but sure. Anyways, Gilgamesh rounds it out, but only in the 4th platoon, so she will definitely underperform here. Nobunaga, Bright Astrid, Castrid, and Fire Alina. That's it. Now we will have to see. We don't see any Water Anya here again, by the way. That is pretty crazy, considering that's the #1 team of the European arena. But yeah, we are looking good here, considering the data. Whew. Well, let's check out the top teams as well, but first let's update this, and we have Giga Rolosha actually climbing to #4 here in Europe. Wow, that is honestly